right, so it is it is October 15th. It is on my way to Atlanta to go see Jesus. But I'm currently reading Caron Butler's book that he wrote with Justin Reynolds called Shot Clock. And I want to say there's a sequel to this book, but I kind of already did a video intro. So I'm about 3/4 through the book. But there's a scene where the young man who I already told you about in the previous video, Terry's brother, Deontay, was gunned down by police. And of course, the investigation pops up that the police did nothing wrong, and he's released back to the district to work in the district where he killed this guy. So Terry decides to join up with a gang and get revenge against the cops. So they even go to the cop's house to harass him. The cop felt threatened for his life, and Terry ends up getting locked up in juvie. So while Terry is in lockup, they finally it took them a while. They were only letting his aunt go and visit him, and finally they let the coach of the AAU team, who really wanted Terry to be on the team, but Terry forfeited and thought that the main character, who was the narrator, Tony, he thought Tony was going to get the spot. Well, Tony gets the spot, but not the spot he's expecting. I want you to read the book to find out what I'm talking about. So the coach, come to find out, did play pro, was an all-star, and was from what they call Oasis Springs is the name of the neighborhood. And it's the coach, Tony's dad, and Terry. And they're visiting Terry in the juvenile facility. And that was a very good dialogue and a very kind of conversation, where a lot of people assume that people are in prison and people are in jail because that was their decision. They made a bad decision to hang out with people or do something bad. I do believe that is true for some people, but we do have people who are unjustifiably locked up for no reason. But we also have people, like, one thing I never sat to really analyze is, and this is something that definitely needs to be exposed more, people join gangs for protection and family. It's not because I'm out here just want to floss and get money, even though you do have some people like that. But there are some people, like one guy, he admitted in the book, the coach admitted that, I can't remember if it was him or his brother, it was his brother, who joined the gang to get protection because he was tired of getting jumped when they got home, and that way he would have a crew to help protect him. Then on top of that, when it comes to some of the, like, there's a discussion people like to have, a very good argument that people like to have. You can't discuss crime without discussing poverty. And the coach admitted he had spent time in juvie because he said some of the lowest pair of shoes you can think of. He didn't think nobody was going to miss them, because he said he had more holes in his shoes than Swiss cheese. He needed a new pair of shoes, and his mom couldn't afford it. And Terry, of course, is taken aback by this, but he's like, Coach, you made it to the league. Nobody makes it to the league after, making bad decisions. Like, once you make that bad decision, it's over. And the coach and the dad, Tony's dad, and he's like, as long as you have breath in your body, there's always room for change. There's always room for change. And we even think about Allen Iverson. If anybody knows some of the stuff that he got caught up in before he even got to Georgetown, there's many athletes we can go down the list where they got into some trouble, but they were given another opportunity, or 50 million opportunities, and they made it right. Even some people who got into the league and messed up, they turned it around. There's always room to be a better person. There's nothing so foul that you can do that you can't turn around from that. Gang life exists sometimes because of poverty, because of other crimes, and it's like, what are we doing as a community to present better opportunities for these people? Like, I'm thinking about one of the coach said, one of the characters in the book said, was how people with opportunities are quick to tell people without opportunities what they need to do to be better, and it's got to stop. So at one point, Tony, the narrator and the main character of this book, he asked Kiara, who is the coach's sister, the coach's daughter, and he asked her about, why your dad was a pro basketball player. He was an all-star. Why is he back here in the hood? And he was like, 'cause he's from here. He was y'all. He wants better for y'all, and he wants y'all to see the world. And a lot of people don't realize, but AAU, a lot of these kids are allowed to see the world. And we have to make sure as a community, it is our due justice to make sure that our youth, if they don't see hope around them, we have to take them where hope is, or we have to bring hope to them.